ओके सर।
ओके जी। जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी। As we are going to discuss the core outline for our Oracle HRMS business suite. In this course, basically what the modules and what are the functions and other functionalities basically which used in Oracle HRMS implementation or in support projects. We will discuss those things in our 1.5 month course. The first module which we are going to cover is the core HR module in e-business suite. And the overview of that module will be that first of all, we will do the Oracle HRM overview session. After that, we will go for business group setup, we'll go for work structure, organization, all these job key flexible structures which used in the business group, we will use those, discuss those things. We will do practically in the system and we will stand the business group. Based on that, we will definitely do work on the core HR module. So here you can see once we create the job key flex fields, we go for the organization hierarchy setup as well, with the position hierarchy setup as well, which are the very important things in core HR. Uh, we also will discuss what about date track system, because in Oracle HRS we know that the date effective date option is very important. We can work on future date, we can work on the few past records. Based on that, we will discuss in our coming sessions. We will also go through with the employee, applicant, and the worker number generation. What are those things in core HR? Basically, once these things is going to be complete, then we will go through with our enter and maintain the main menu, the functionality in core HR module, where we will see how to create an employee, what is the person type, what are the contacts, what address, personal information. These are the basic core information of the employee, which we will discuss. After that, we will go with the absence management setup. In absence management, we will discuss about the absence type, absence reason, accrual plans, what is the BG absence duration. Basically, this is the core formula, pre-defined formula which used to handle the validations in absence type, in absence setup, basically. And then we have to, you can say, how we will discuss all the elements creation, element links, and all those things in the for absence management. Then we will go through definitely with the, these are the core processes, which are how we will do the promotion, how we will do the transfer, how we will do the termination, what is the assignments, what are the special info and others information in the core HR. So this is, these all basically inform functions, menus are related to core HR. After that, once we complete the core HR module, we will surely go through the Oracle Career Management. This is also the one functionality basically and main menu in basically seeded, you can say, with the core HR, because whenever we have to go for the performance management and other modules, we need these profile options to define the rating scales, define the competencies, basically is very important things to handle in the organization. Then what is the group competency, how the competency is going to be linked with the job, position, organization, and entering an employee competency profile, which will be the part of our career management menu in the core HR module. After that, we will, once we complete this second module as well, we will go to see, I think it's a self-service uh, uh, just give a second. Yeah, we will go to discuss the different functionalities in Oracle self-service HR human resource. We will go through with the employee self-service, and we will go with the manager self-service for responsibilities. And then these are basically all the predefined functions which is basically used in the self-service application module to whom we say means personal information is one of the functionality. Absence history, we can click on the absence history and see the current employee history. If the employee is going to click it, he will or she will see her his absence detail information. If manager is going to click on this functionality through his manager self-service responsibility, then he or she can see their own team absence details, record histories, all other things, the salary history, job application history. These are related. Most of the functionalities basically work with the employee, and few of them work with the managers as well, because we have a concept of supervisor hierarchy, and manager and employee relation need to be built in core HR. So these functionalities can be worked by the employee and the manager both. The first time we are going to also discuss about the AME. AME is very important part whenever we are going to build means approval hierarchies. So based on that, this AME approval management engine, basically the module name is. In this, basically the workflows, the approval groups, action types, all the condition and rules basically going to be worked. We have to create them. For example, let us you can say an employee initiate a request, okay, through employee self-service, and he or she initiate the, you can say, an absence leave, and in absence leave he apply for, you can say, a sick leave, and sick leave need to be get approved from the first supervisor or the second supervisor, and from the HODs, for example, head of department of that means for from that employee. And once employee initiate a request, definitely once he or she submit the request, it will go to the supervisor too. So supervisor will be the first supervisor, or the first you can say the approver. And once the first supervisor click on approve button, it will go to the second approver, and the second approver will be the final approver. So once the final approver will click on the approve button, then that request will be approved automatically through self-service. uh, and once it will approve, the record will generate automatically in the employee system in the absence management. So there can be any other requests as well. For example, employee initiate a house loan request, employee initiate a car loan request. So all those requests which require the approver to approve it, we have to do the setup in approval management engine. So that is a very core module as well, which used in the application of Oracle. And even it's used for financials application, in the supply chain application, as because every employee have to initiate different, you can say, requests. So all those have predefined works backend, and through workflows we have to set up the AME rules and conditions and group levels. So after that, once that module will complete, we will go with the core, also the very important module, which is the payroll module, Oracle payroll module. And this basically we will go for the complete structure of the module. In that we will discuss and we will see that we will go for defining an element, which is a very core important segment for in the payroll. Without elements we cannot process anything, we cannot, even the payroll also cannot understand what's the going on in the employee record, because elements is going to create, and based on that it is going to be attached with the employee. And once the payroll processed on a monthly basis, it will uh, check the values from the element side. We will go through with the formula as well, because the formula is to create is very creation is very important part in payroll as well, because based on the formula we can write down the logic and the things which we want to need for the business, where we are going to implement the payroll module or HR module is already being implemented. So these are the different things which are going to be discussed. We will discuss the element link. We will go through the element entries. We will see the defined balances, how to create a payroll. Definitely every organization have different payrolls, you can say. There can be a monthly payroll, there will be a semi-monthly payroll, weekly payroll as well in the organizations. Then we will discuss the payment method. This is basically related to the payment to the employees. So in this complete payment method structure, we will see that the currently we have the cash payment, the check payment, and the direct deposit payment methods. So we will see how we will create them and how we will attach them with the employee assignment. We will also discuss about the costing, which is basically already been discussed, which will come in part of HR core module, because when we are creating the business group, we require the cost allocation key flag field, which is basically the part of financial, because in financial modules, they use accounting key flag field to stand their chart of accounts. So once their chart of account has been completed based on the accounting key flag field, we use the same segments for our cost allocation key flag fields. We will also discuss running post-run processes for the quick pay. Means in the payroll, basically the terminology use the post payroll run and pre-post payroll run. So we will also discuss all those things in the pre-post payroll. And basically we have, before running the payroll, monthly payroll, we run basically retro process. We want to upload any batch process. We can run quick pays. So all these processes are basically the pre-payroll processes. And once those processes being run, then we can run the post payroll run. So post payroll run, we have to run the monthly payroll. Once the monthly payroll has been reconciled, we will run the prepayment process. Then we can run the costing process, and we have to do the transfer to GL process as well in the payroll module. So these are basically all the things, core topics in our means you can say in the payroll. We will also discuss about the processes and reports as well, which kind of standard reports we will run. Once inshallah, once the payroll module will be completed, then we will go through with the Oracle recruitment module, and we will also discuss about the performance management module. So these are basically all the core modules which we will go through, and we will go through with their functionalities basically in core Oracle recruitment module, which is also a part in a core HRMS. We will not going through with recruitment. We will go through just roughly for that option, but whatever the functionality currently seeded functionalities are in the core module of HRMS, we will discuss those things, that how we are going to get a requisition, how the recruitment activities will be, We will discuss the complete recruitment process model, basically, which you can say the cycle of requisition. And we will also see how an applicant is going to be hired and how it is going to be terminated in the application. Once the recruitment module is complete, then we will surely go for the performance management module, which is also very important module in the organizations. Basically, we will see that how we can create the competencies, because as we discussed in above section, in the career management, we create the competencies already. So those same competencies we will use in performance management. Based on those competencies and rating scales which we created in that competencies section will automatically be used here. So we will see, you can see that these first 2-3 topics automatically has been covered already in the career man, because we already been completed. Will once we completed, those will come there. So after we can work on, we will see the create eligibility profile functionality, how we are going to handle those things. Performance packages, we will discuss a little bit about technical side as well, said, because whenever we have to work in the application, so we have to go for to design the packages as well in the database. Based on that, we have to, based on those packages, we have to create some functions as well. So few things, a technical side also we will discuss. We will also discuss the menus and responsibilities, because or as we discussed about the menus, that how the menus are going to be created, custom menus, custom responsibilities specifically for the performance management modules. So for every application, for every you can say the module, we have to create the responsibilities as well, because the payroll manager has the role to run the monthly payroll, and the HR manager has the role to do the HR functions in the HR side. So these kind of responsibilities and the functions we will create for those employees, and then we will create the performance plan. And based to creating the performance plan, basically we have to create some templates, objective templates, competency templates, and appraisal templates. Once that time will come, inshallah, we will go through with all these things in our complete course. And we will go through with the system administrator and application developer activities as well. We will go to see how to create functions menu, all the responsibility request group, how we can go to see concurrent program and executable programs, what are the profile options, what are the security profiles, how to create a users. Okay, so what are the flex fields, what will be the descriptive fields, all web ADA, data loader, and personalization. Basically, these 3, 11, 12, 13 points are also very important. And these are the separate basic points, but we added all these activities with the system administrator. In the end, we will guide you about the terminology which we use basically in Oracle implementation. Whenever we will go for any implementation project, what kind of documents we basically designed and create for the business, and based on that they can understand. Because as we, as a implementation consultants, we do the implementation and we move forward, we will go for the another project. So based on that, these kind of documents which we all have to create for the business, for the key users, so they can understand whatever the things has been done, whatever the manuals basically we created for them, so they can understand the business processes, the functionalities. We also give the trainings to the business users, So based on that, we will guide you whatever the documents basically required through the Oracle AIMS methodology is basically used in the Oracle implementation projects. And we will definitely go show you the templates and all kind of things, inshallah. So this is our complete course outline, which you saw, and we move forward, inshallah, from the date we announced, which our the in this basically we also create the project plan basically roughly for the students. And in this basically our student can go through, because now our badge is already being started, and we launched our badge on 17th March. And from that day we almost already covered most of the things. We already covered the core HR module. Nowadays, we are in our absence management. All these kind of modules are going to be started, and we're just going to show you that this will be the our, you can say, the plan of the course outline, and inshallah, our students will be get benefit from it. Thank you.